Hello everybody, this is Sarahscopic and you're watching ScopicPeeps. Today's tea of this week is... Today I am drinking, 6 tea. This tea is named after the character of Akane from the game series Sarahscopic series, specifically the game 999. If you haven't checked out those games, you should totally check out those games. They're like my favorite ever, and Akane's like my favorite character. Anyway, how does her tea rate, however? This tea includes white pear, osmanthus, and lapsang souchong, and ginger. This tea is pretty light overall. I don't know if I steeped it for very long. It is definitely on the gingery side. This is definitely a tea I would drink if I wasn't feeling well, because it's not like just ginger, because I'm not a huge ginger person, but with everything else in it, it kind of balances the taste pretty well. The more I drink it, the more I seem to like it, so I mean, that's good. You're probably wondering why I have this thing. This is a wand I bought from a con I went to. It's pretty. It's like, what do they call it? They call it the Asmir wand, I think. It's got essence of rain in it. I don't know. I thought it was pretty, so I got it. So, I can make like explosions. Like, watch this. Make it sparkle. I mean, Ederchon's make it sparkle, but shh, don't tell her that. In response to the question last week about coffee, we have this comment, which I'm sure is a reference that I don't understand. So, I'm sorry, I didn't get the reference. Last week, I asked you all, what is a food that you used to hate that now you really enjoy? And here were your answers. Mustard, I hated it as a kid. I don't know how much I hated mustard. I probably didn't like mustard a lot. I liked ketchup a lot more, but that's okay. I mean, mustard is pretty good, and now I definitely have appreciation for mustard. So I guess mushrooms? I never really had mushrooms growing up, so I think I just disliked them based on being told mushrooms were gross, but then I got them in noodles, I really liked it. It's like having a gummy that's healthy for you. I don't know if I like that description. I'm not a huge mushroom person. Side note, I avidly hate bananas. I will declare bananas are the devil until the day I expire. My favorite yogurt flavor is strawberry banana. One of these things is not like the other. Now let's go on Facebook, where all of a sudden, so many comments. Holy crap. This has got to be my most unintentionally popular question on ScopicPeeps ever. Which is fine. It was just really funny. This was not a question I thought people would respond to, so, but here we go. Let's do this in order, folks. Mushrooms on my pizza. Mushrooms. I love them now. Mushrooms. Mushrooms. Shrimp. For a while I hated it, now I can't stop eating it. I've always really liked shrimp. I think ever since when I was little. Bitter gourd soup is marvelous. I've never had bitter gourd soup, but I'll take your word on it. Avocados. I don't know if I think the first time I had avocados was like when I was less of a picky eater, so I think I just liked them. But avocados are good. Cottage cheese. Disgusting. Hot sauce. Cottage cheese. Leaves like lettuce and spinach. Also, coffee and alcohol. I basically live off that now. Coffee and alcohol is usually what they say it's a acquired taste. I remember when I was little, I was like, that sounds stupid. If it's an acquired taste, why should I waste time trying to like it? I still don't quite get the concept. Oops. I didn't mean, sorry, Mike. But I mean, with alcohol, I guess it didn't take me that long to start being like, oh, there's some tasty alcohol. There's still some alcohols I don't like, but it didn't really take me that long. Coffee, I still just can't stand, so that doesn't really help. Eggs, broccoli, green peppers. All things that I did also end up liking and used to not like as well. Coffee, popular answer. Ketchup, mayo, and onions, and depending on the kind, I'm learning to like mustard. Ketchup, I'm pretty sure ketchup was the only thing I would eat when I was little. If you slathered in enough ketchup, I'd probably eat it. Oh boy, where do I start? Since becoming gluten-free, I've had to really expand my palate. That is often an issue. I didn't eat a lot of veggies, and I didn't like meat all that much. It was mostly a texture issue. I completely understand. However, now I'm much more open to trying new things, but particularly I like lettuce on my burger and onion on various things. Of course, I'm still picky about that. Shredded lettuce only, and onions if they're grilled, chopped into a sauce. I understand that. I like onions no matter what, but grilled onions are delicious. And I actually hate shredded lettuce. I mean, with certain sandwiches, like certain sub-sandwiches, I think it does taste better when it's shredded, but otherwise, like, if it's on a burger, I need that, like, really green leafy lettuce or, like, spinach. Mushrooms, popular answer. Olives, beets, and jelly. Brussels sprouts. Mushrooms. Brussels sprouts. I used to love cucumbers. After I got the flu, I can't stand them. Ah, there's a reason for that. Ready to learn a new term, ladies and gentlemen? We call it taste aversion. that's when there's like a food that you associate with like getting sick or something, and even if you know logically like it's not the reason you got sick, your body like associates it with getting sick, so you can't like it anymore. That's why if you ever have any kind of like major surgery or you're really sick, like you should eat foods that you don't like as much, or at least stay away from foods you really love, because it takes a very long time to get you to like them again, if you ever do. Pepperoni! Olives. Broccoli. Used to hate it in most vegetables, but now I really enjoy cooking with it. Tomatoes. I still don't like tomatoes. So many that are already listed. Eggs, mushrooms, spinach, avocado. Those are some of my favorite foods now. Melon. Melon? I always liked melon. And that's saying something. Pickles, tuna, cottage cheese, fish in general. Tomatoes and mustard, but not together. Beans, especially if they're refried variety. I used to hate them, but now I judge my Mexican restaurants by them. I will only eat refried beans and like little things. I used to make these like little tiny nacho things, and that's when I would eat refried beans. But actually, I still don't really like them in like large amounts. Middle Eastern cuisine. Sweet potatoes. Asparagus. Coffee. Tomatoes, cherries, onions, tea, coffee. Tomato, which is now a favorite food, possibly coming on the scene, is Brussels sprouts. I've had them a couple times recently and liked them, but they were part of a larger dish. Not confident enough to buy them for myself yet, but I won't turn them away. Avocado. Wow, that was a lot of answers. Holy crap. Most popular answer appeared to be mushrooms, followed closely by like tomatoes, coffee and tea. I don't know, I didn't do the math. Whatever. Let's see, this is a funny question for me because as some of you may know, I used to be an extremely picky eater when I was little, and so lots of these foods I did not like and now I do enjoy. And so it's really hard for me to pick because that was such a strange time in my life. It was like, did not eat any foods, and then all of a sudden ate all the foods. So I'm trying to think like of the most interesting answer. I mean, I do have a funny answer about mushrooms. So I wouldn't put mushrooms on this list because I still wouldn't say I necessarily like mushrooms. But when I was little, my father made some kind of like mix or something like that, some kind of soup, and I was eating it, and I was still kind of a picky eater at this point. I was starting to not be, but I was still kind of known as one. And I picked up a piece and I didn't know what it was. And I looked at my dad and said, "Is this a potato?" And he gave me the weirdest look in the world that nowadays I know basically was a look of, I'm about to lie to my daughter and try to prove the point. And so he looked at me with this very strange look in his eyes and went, "Yes, that's a potato." And like everyone like kind of stopped eating for a second, and so I ate it and I chewed it and I could see him staring at me, and I'm starting to kind of get in my brain like, I don't think he's telling the truth. And I was like, that tastes like a funny potato. And my dad didn't really say anything at first. He's like, what'd you think of it? And I was like, it's okay, I guess. I guess I could eat it. Like, I didn't really like it. It was just kind of weird. And he finally told me, he's like, that's a mushroom. Because my father was obsessed with being like, you just don't know the foods you like, and I'll just prove you're wrong. And I kind of went, oh, okay. Like, it didn't really affect me. I was actually kind of glad, because again, I was starting to finally not become a picky eater. So I was like, oh, maybe I like mushrooms. And so at that point, I thought I liked mushrooms. I got a little overzealous and started eating mushrooms and other things and realized I don't like mushrooms all that much. They're still sit on a pizza, so ew. Disgusting. My answer, I will say for this, however, probably would have to be cheese. Yes, cheese. When I was younger, I really didn't like cheese that much. I probably liked it on baked things, maybe. I'm not even sure. Like I could probably Parmesan cheese sprinkled on things, like on bread, but like cheese and crackers, I used to not eat. Cheese on burgers, I did not eat. Grilled cheese, I did not eat. Macaroni and cheese. Well, I still don't like macaroni and cheese, but that's a different story. It was very strange because it was one of those cases where like it just sounded so disgusting to me, and then finally one day it did it, and it was kind of a relief, to be honest. So I don't really know. I couldn't really tell you what it was, but yeah, I used to not like cheese at all. I was not one of those kids where you could just slather on with cheese and I would eat it. You probably had to put some ketchup in there, then I'd probably eat it. Tomatoes is still something I really don't like. If you chop it up and fine, or if they're homegrown, I will probably like them. Just like slices of tomatoes, like those big slices, not a fan. So yep, there are your answers, and wow, lots of different foods. It's funny how we finally grow and learn to eat things. Next question I have for you is, when you were little, and by that I mean like 10 years or younger, what did you want to be when you grew up? Whatever profession or job or even non-job that would be. Tell me in the comments below. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I hope something amazing happens to you. Without further ado, I hope to see you all in the next episode. Bye! Bye!